The war that introduced heavy metals into Gaza's soil. Today, Gaza's soil bears a heavy burden of metals and toxic substances, a deadly legacy of bombs and bullets. During bombardments, the soil is torn apart, forming craters up to 20 meters wide and 10 meters deep, turning the ground into a reservoir of toxins and metals. A field study in Gaza found that nickel's levels in the soil were 4 times above natural levels, chromium 5 times, copper 31 times, manganese 114 times, cobalt 5 times, and lead 12 times higher than control samples. These figures clearly demonstrate how war munitions contaminate and poison the soil. In the same study, copper, manganese, and lead were found to be the most widely dispersed metals. Heavy metals deposited in the soil easily enter plants. Another study in Gaza's farmlands recorded 32 milligram per kilogram of lead, 50 milligram per kilogram of zinc, 0.0052 milligram per kilogram of cadmium, and approximately 22,000 milligram per kilogram of iron. These concentrations indicate that plants growing in such soil can directly carry these toxic metals. But contaminated soil does not remain on the surface. Rainfall and runoff transport these metals into groundwater and eventually into the sea. The UN Environment Program has warned that remnants of munitions, including heavy metals and explosive chemicals, have polluted not only the soil but also Gaza's water resources, a threat that will persist years after the fighting stops. Marine pollution has also reached alarming levels. Raw sewage, fuel leaks, and metal-contaminated soil all flow into the Mediterranean Sea. Medical studies reveal the human dimensions of the disaster. Examinations of children and mothers in Gaza show that mercury, cadmium, and lead levels are significantly higher than in controlled regions. Examinations of children and mothers in Gaza show that mercury, cadmium, and lead levels are significantly higher than in controlled regions. Follow-up research indicates that even years after the bombardment, children in Gaza continue to carry high loads of heavy metals in their bodies. Scientific reports also stress that the destruction of laboratory infrastructure in Gaza has severely limited the ability to monitor and assess contamination. This is a vicious cycle. Bombardments introduce heavy metals into the soil, rain carries them to the groundwater and the sea, fish and plants become contaminated, and eventually these toxins reach the human body. No part of this contamination cycle is safe. Now Gaza's soil and sea bear deep wounds. Every kilogram of toxic metal removed from the soil and every drop of water restored is a lifeline for future generations. If action is taken today, the soil may again nurture life and the water may again restore health. If we turn a blind eye, these wounds will remain for generations.